We're back. Dragon Blast versus MegaSlim round 2 of the top 8 of the 1 hour challenge season 6. I'm Polkin, you are.
I'm Darkness Mist, or Dark, as I'm more commonly referred to.
Aren't you Dark Super Nintendo?
No, we're not going into the Mr. NES thing, okay? we're not starting that. Not again. Yeah, we had an awesome race last time. Any highlights for that from you, Vulcan?
It's a struggle to remember what I ate for breakfast, dude. What are you trying to do? I liked our players. I liked you. I like Ragnoth. It's one of those things where I kind of just like everything except Larxene. I hate Larxene, and I hate the experiment. I hate like 50% of the bosses in this game. Otherwise, I like everything.
Fair enough. You know, I think MegaSlim really getting to show Berserk Hori to like its fullest was one of the coolest things. And then also just like Zexion and Targarina was also just like super fun to watch.
You just made me remember that, and I hated that. Not because of how they played it, but just because I hate Zexion.
Fair enough. Yeah. All right. Well, let's take a look. What do we, let's see what we got on our trackers so far. What do you see, Vulcan?
Well, I see for our objectives, we've got Cerberus. We got a chest with a banana peel on it. I think that's the chest before transport.
Yes, that's correct.
Other objective, it looks like Beast that needs the shape, but it's actually Storm Rider. Village Cave, Limit 7 Urns, and then Data Zexion Arena.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm looking at this tracker. I hate drives. It's a 23. That's an awkward number. But I do like seeing that OC is a 38, especially with Data Zexion on the table. Knowing that, you know, there's an objective there. However, that 17 in LOD is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, you got Storm Rider, you got Village Cave. It's kind of more just pushing for the objective points. If they get good crowd control, good magnets, they might just swoop in there and clear that out real quick. Other big number, 38's Agrabah. How many Agrabah objectives? We got a 35 HB, no HB. Well, we have the banana peel objective. The world never was is 31 points.
Yeah, 19 on levels, so we'll see if we'll see today if those are super early or super late. Never know. All right, and off the bat, we already have a drive gauge up, and we'll have a cure as an IC. So
okay,
probably see the same standard shotguns here. Slim immediately going to world that never was.
Getting that intel that our hammer frames are our shadows. Ooh, interesting image. There we go.
That's a nice tracker.
Let's get a better look at this tracker. In LOD, I didn't see what Dragon Blast got because I was a bit distracted, but with the instant replay, thanks to MegaSlim, we got a Berserk charge very early again.
And an auto wisdom as well. We saw both players making really good use of auto forms, particularly auto limit last seed, so
yeah,
it's always nice to have it. However, that is not going to help them if they are searching to try and get this limit 7 objective. They need all forms.
We get a report that says Pride Lands has Stitch in it.
Ooh,
it's now down to 13 points. Something number.
Yeah. So you're looking at least, it looks like one report there in Pride Lands, maybe two. It could either be 2 reports and a 7, or it could be a report and 2 5s.
Dragon Blast is at level 9, his attack is 6 still.
Oh no!
His defense is 2, so I guess that all just went into AP and magic.
Oh,
probably a very scuffed Keyblade as well that they started with.
Absolutely. It is. Oh, hey, there's a strength up. It only took 10 levels.
Ooh.
But outside
Aerial
of that,
Spiral.
oh
Did I
my
tell you
God.
last seed how much I love Aerial Spiral?
You did not.
I'm pretty sure I did. Maybe I'm crazy. We talked about this off cam. When you do 2 seeds back to back, you don't really remember what happened in the previous seed.
It's true.
Or like you have the overwrite of, did I have this last seed or is it this seed I have it? Oh,
Now
I guess I don't have it because I died trying to do it this fight.
Now that being said, you know how last seed we had the purple ones?
Now they're
pretty
blue.
sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are those are the core variant, the red ones, the ones that are
Yeah.
worse. And Dragon just like, yep, making it look like it's nothing. These guys suck. I hate them.
Oh, the Heartless, yes.
Yes.
I bet you. Never mind.
No. Both players making good use of the dance call, and since dance call does stack with magic, they are doing extra damage. All right, this is why it gets scary because these core variations can just decide to chase you down, and you are literally running, hoping and praying that you have time to pop your ethers, which Slim did. Gets through it just fine.
Yep.
All right.
Fitting to be in Halloween Town. Very spooky, Heartless.
And it's like kind of fitting too, you know, knowing that core is a goal as well. Having that table. Ooh, Vicinity Break. Kind of an underutilized ability. It's like it's a first hit circular attack. It's nice for triggering a Heartless to attack you and getting the EXP boost range.
Yeah, it usually screws me over more. Is like, hey, let me just piss off everything when I don't have good strength. But Dragonblast gets a report. Disney Castle has some money. Go steal from the rats. Get that money.
Absolutely. Auto Resurrection. I believe that is auto final form.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with Toho. People told me I need to play it. I have no clue what it is.
I did confirm last time he had auto resurrection level 4 final, and then I saw it on Megas. It is auto final.
Awesome.
And we get a little glimpse that there is a limit chest right there in SP at the front.
Mm-hmm. So that could be ice cream or nomination sketches. Let's see which it is.
Oh, that's not a limit chest. Never mind.
Nope. Unfortunate. So this can happen. It's a geo error. Nothing we can do about it. But occasionally you'll get vanilla chests in a room. However, so far it looks like on Dragon's side, he was probably going to pick up all 4 chests anyway. So it ends up working out.
Yeah, we had Master Form in SP. So there's our first form, our first step towards that level 7 limit objective. What do you think these proofs are?
You know, it's hard to say. Like, I'm looking at it. I'm thinking that a good possibility is Agrabah being a 38. And then I'd say it's kind of a 50-50 for me between Hollow Bastion and OC. But World That Never Was being a 31, it could be there. It could be a 15 and a 16 as far as points go, but I'm leaning more towards OC and Hollow Bastion, which is with the slightly bigger numbers.
I'm going to say Agrabah and Halloween Town. If you get rid of the proof, yeah, Halloween Town, it'd be 7 points left, which is magic, very common point.
It's true. And there's the money pouch in DC that we knew about right out the gate.
Oh. Just leaving that out in the courtyard?
Yeah, just apparently the mice are so rich that they can just drop money whenever they feel like it. Just spread it to the people.
We were talking about earlier, Land of Dragons, you might rush that if you have a magnet. There's just a magnet in there.
Oh.
It's not in the first 3 chests. We have those objectives, 2 of them there. They might push that just to get the magnets, even if they don't have too much crowd control. Maybe hopefully they find like a magnet burst somewhere.
Yeah, it's so hard though because like that magnet is super high value. It's in a world that's got 2 objectives, but that also only puts LOD at a 10, and that can be it can be tough to decide whether or not you really want to push objectives or if you want to go proof hunting and climb the tower instead, especially with tower being as big as it is this seed.
Guard break in Agrabah.
Ooh. saw something else there that caught my interest. I think it was once more. Yeah.
You're right. Yes, I forgot about that one.
Kind of an okay thing. Only protects you from death ever marginally. Alright. Both players following pretty much the same route. The only difference is Slim has been to the world that never was. Dragon has not. But we'll probably see Dragon jump in maybe right after his Agrabah push.
I noticed Dragon didn't go in for quite a bit, maybe like a little bit around the 15-minute mark.
Okay.
Last seed, but you know, you can always change it up. We get an early fire this seed versus the last seed we had next to none until the last minute.
Love to see it. The world that never was has a thunder, bringing it down to a 24.
MegaSlim resetting the room. I agree. Another Heartless I hate, the ones that punch me with their feet. It makes no sense.
Is it their feet? I always thought it was their tail.
No, they've got boxing gloves on their feet.
Wait, what? Wait.
Maybe I'm crazy to have misunderstood what's happening for the last 20 years or so. But I'm pretty sure they have boxing gloves on their feet.
Apparently they're playing Mike Tyson Punch-Out and just like this.
Yeah.
Decided that was a cool move. Oh, yep. Okay.
Ooh.
So
we love Magnum loaders and their RC, where you fly across the screen away from the chest.
Yep, I have flown from the start of Mini Escort all the way to the end of it because I have also flown directly into a wall because they decided to do that. So that
when your Magnum loaders are shadows and you're just trying to get the first 4 chests and the world that never was, it is an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, I at that point, unless I see a magic, I'm just saying no.
Oh. Just get me out of here. No. Fantasia on a boo. I was wrong about Dragonblast. He's checking chests now.
Yeah. Unfortunately took a death. Hammers do have a stupid homing attack where they can just like bunch up and charge you. As you see right there, just about getting right again. And air pirates, also another enemy that sucks.
Yeah, those attacked immediately, so I believe those are the core variants.
Yeah, and Slim navigating it perfectly, avoiding getting one shot. I much respect. I die there 10 times out of 10. Oh,
Dragonblast making great use of Master Fire, grabbing a bunch of quick levels for both Master and Sora himself.
And I think he got, was that Feather Chart off of levels? It was. Ooh. We love seeing an early, or would I say Master? What? Peter Pan. Good lord, I can't speak. The seed bleed's hitting my head too. I'm just gonna shut up and eat my my biscuit with jelly now.
Ooh. Well, then I'll refrain from eating the pizza for now while you do that. Torn pages on levels. We got 9 points left. There are no reports on levels. We know that. First visit reports. So it's either going to be a form or a money pouch.
Yeah. We'll see how long Dragon decides he wants to do this, how far he wants to push it. Getting early levels is always super useful and beneficial in a seed, that's for sure.
It's never going to hurt you unless it's too dangerous to get away with it.
Absolutely. However,
there's fairy form.
Okay.
That's wisdom form, and we got gather sign, which is a magnet on Master 4.
Oh, but this is paying huge for Dragon.
That was pretty sick because he got the ability to get to another level on Master form by leveling up within like seconds of getting that wisdom form.
His stats are also looking amazing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
30, we got 30 strength, 41 magic. Sorry, go ahead.
Meanwhile, Pride Lands over here, Drive Forms has Valor, and well, there's Valor.
And to reflect, forms are done. You were worried about forms, but they're done pretty quickly.
All right, and oh my gosh! But here's the thing: while Dragon was doing that exact thing with Master Fire, Slim's coming in here. He has an experience boost Keyblade.
Ooh.
And once more. So if he can find a way to get into experience boost range, he is gonna get. I
don't think these guys have a. Either these guys kill you or they don't. I don't think they have a double attack. that you can survive someone with one's more.
Yeah, that's true. I can't remember, man. Like, trying to keep track of what enemies attack in what pattern. Like, that little spiral animation, I would definitely be the kind of person I'd be like, oh, I'm going to try and take that for once more, and then die. So, props to these players just knowing exactly how enemies work.
Yeah, those are the true knowledge checks, I'd say, is knowing how to manipulate your enemy to your benefit.
Absolutely. So,
speaking of which, what the Dragonblast is doing now? He got grabbed twice by dancers to go into XP, or I think he was trying to go into an auto form range, possibly.
He might be. He might be trying to get into. He might. Well, we saw him pick up auto final, right? So
yeah.
There's a good chance he's trying to get into auto final.
Potion.
Yep. This is typically why people steal potions. However, I am of the same mindset. I never take my party members' potions.
They'll kill themselves and use them on each other eventually. I agree.
Yeah. Now, interesting thing. We see that Slim stopped before, I believe it was level 28 or level 30 that had our wisdom. So, Dragon pushed it a little further, getting rewarded with wisdom, which led to valor.
Yeah, which is going to lead to a lot more opportunities for just points along the way. Where's my cheat sheet? I believe for just leveling a form, you get 3 points per level.
Yep. And 3 times 7 is 21, so it's 21 for getting a form all the way up to level 7. Okay, this
not only that, but it's not just the points. It's not just the form either. It's that magnet and that reflect as well on form levels that he got almost immediately.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too worried though. I got both players and most generally 1-hour players love pushing levels pretty early. It just makes every bit of content easier. So,
yeah.
Oh, that's explosion on Bailey.
Okay.
That's
meanwhile, Dragonblast on Barbosa. And Barbosa's down, and we find out in Barbosa's arena, Yuffie's there guarding the treasure.
Okay. There is a 16 in PR. So that if you're pushing
objectives.
You're pushing for forms though, it's not bad.
What is that dungeon had a fire and a reflect in it, and it's done.
Yeah, we're about to get I believe Dragon's about to get 2 sets.
Yeah, this is a pretty healthy start to this seed. You got 3 forms, a bunch of magics out of nowhere.
Good magics too.
Yeah,
love to see it. Oh, I was mistaken. There is another reflect in HB yet. I missaw. I thought Slim got one, but he only got a fire. So right. Well, Slim pushing out. I would not be surprised to see Slim with these stats, especially do the quarters right. Oh, okay, that's limit.
The only form we don't know about at this point is final, which is something you can force. If we find light and dark, we can just bypass that. That limit 7, and it looks like it could be on the table pretty quickly.
That's a rare thing. I'm not gonna lie. I hope it's the case for these players, because form hunting can be absolutely tedious and annoying. So getting them all early, and especially seeing a lot of your good forms early, is amazing. Immediately making use of that limit form. And yeah, let's see. This might be enough to get him to level 28. Not quite. He's gonna be just a little XP short.
Next fight should get him.
Yeah. Oh, he's pushing further. He's gonna see if these 2 checks are going to reward him with anything. He might even check Demyx Arena. We saw Slim do this last game as well, where he pushed Demyx Arena but stopped before Final Fantasy fights.
The one thing MegaSlim does seem to have a little bit of an advantage over, he's got Magnet Burst, where I didn't see Dragon be able to use it on Bailey previously. I didn't see it going off.
Yeah. Definitely speeding up these AoE fights for him, so.
Ooh, cheap Neo Shadow? I didn't even see what happened there.
Neo Shadows just being Neo Shadows, pretty much.
Yeah. Any bails? I don't blame him. I'd be pissed too. That's nonsense.
Oh, this is interesting. He is deciding not to go to BC and do the shotgun, and instead is simply choosing to dive OC immediately. I like this.
Yeah, he just got limit form. He's got some to make this a little easier. Big points here. You got Arns as an objective, Zexine's an objective, Cerberus is an objective. You got 3 objectives here.
Oh, this is massive points for him. And little does Slim know at this exact moment, but he will probably just happen to run into Wisdom Form during his visit here, which will lead him to Valor, and he'll have 6 out of 7 forms, just like Dragon does right now.
He's got 13,000 XP left at this level, battle level. The only thing you're gonna fight is like Pete minions. I don't think he's gonna get it while he's here, but definitely once he's done.
Yeah, maybe during the second visit. That'll be
Yeah,
I guess.
if he keeps pushing.
We'll have to see though. See, and meanwhile, Dragon doing the same thing, deciding to take that limit, go straight into this corridors fight. Might as well get it cleared out. Open core up. Be prepared.
Yeah, we got the banana peel chest objective.
Yeah. And one thing to note, even though the Slim did die in that in this fight right after here, he did peek these 2 chests. You can actually take a look at them from if you go over into that corner. So he was able to see that both were not either the important checks. So he knows he's not leaving anything behind that could, be beneficial to him.
I've never stopped the thing to do that since chest visuals has become a thing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's chess matches content has developed a lot of interesting strategies and also a lot of interesting just like peeking and poking strategies for a lot of players. It's a really fun thing. Yep. It's just a Keyblade, so.
And MegaSlim, Cerberus ended up becoming Hades in the meanwhile, and we found out Hazy Escape is Prison Keeper, so if he has to push the Data Zexing, it's to deal with Prison Keeper later. Not too bad of a boss, it just takes a bit.
Yeah. It's a good place to level your Valor, though, especially if you have second chance. However, in that second visit can be kind of annoying in that small arena.
Yeah. And again, here's that synergy between these 2 players. Dragonblast also dipping into OC right after HB2.
Both players just thinking alike.
His Prison Keeper's a bit spookier, though.
That close-up on the eye actually kind of scared me a little bit. I was like, oh, that's just a big X. Right. Our report.
More torn pages in Agrabah. So we see there's 15 points left. Very well could be approved.
Absolutely. And another one that tells us that there's an ice cream in SP. Thanks, game.
Also got a flash step, which is pretty nice. Now, again, back to this. Did they have the slide dash this seed or the last seed as well?
They had slide dash last seed, so.
Okay.
Oh,
Trinity.
Ooh, that's good. Trinity being one of those really useful tools, helps with certain fights, but then also allows for a lot of strategy in single sort arenas.
We got our second chance once more combo now as well. So Dragonblast will be able to get that soon, so that both players will have their big safety blankets ready for this rest of the seed.
I would not be surprised to see either player after maybe this first visit immediately go back to what the never was and just level now. Yep, and immediate use of the Trinity on these clones just cleans them out. Look at that number drop. Almost a sub-minute, too. That's insane.
Money pouch. And there's both sets of money.
And that's 15 left here, too, so we could be looking at no proof.
And that confirms for MegaSlim. He now knows that is a form on levels.
Yeah.
And there's his first magnet.
Yeah, so that makes LED push more more enticing. Okay, I love this replacement. This means if they go to DC, it's gonna be past Pete fights past Pete.
Yep. And we know Cloud's gonna be there to guard him.
Oh boy, tough fight.
So TR, we got 10
Oh.
points left there. There's
He's back.
Oh, great.
Round 2.
Bro, look what Terra did. He made this huge mess in OC. Look at all this rubble.
Oh my gosh, this guy is just a destruction
What a
warrior.
jerk.
Yeah. Looks like Slim is just opting to take the death here. Probably knows it's here, is definitely going to be coming back for this, but is likely going to go try and find a better tool set to just make that fight super, super quick. Yep, and going and getting levels. Alright. Meanwhile, Dragon just following his steps. Are you a fan of OC?
Hell no.
Ah, so you're of the OC hater crew. I see how it is.
I hate OC and SCT. Those are my big two.
Alright. I am not. I actually really enjoy OC for the most part. I think it's a really fun world.
OC from a 1 hour perspective, I think is really good. And that's probably why I'm not good at 1 hour. When MegaSlim gets his Wisdom form, immediately gets his Magnera. He now knows the third magnet is in LOD.
Looks like he was trying to experience boost, but then just opted for Magnera, and it's just like, all right.
There's
Very
Valor.
happy to see that Fowler for him, I'm sure, and that Reflect. No informs is
Oh
done.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so crazy seeing forms already up at level 6. We're barely 20 minutes in the seed. I'll be interested to see kind of what these players' next step is. We'll see if Dragon here, when he encounters Terror, decides they want to face it. Oh, that's my alarm.
Or MegaSlim's gonna go fight Thresholder.
Okay.
So if we have nominate sketches. This is an easy day to Roxas if they want to do it later.
Absolutely. I like this from Slim. Early tower pushes, it's a general strategy. You want to usually hold World That Never Was as long as you can just for levels, but knowing levels is dead and you have Magnera, you already have a place in screens you can get extra levels, so this is a really heads up play from Slim.
Yeah. It's just good information to have early on. Dragonblast is currently fighting Terra. Dodging the attacks. Not death abusing just to get out of it. He's pulling up Peter Pan. He's got Aerial Spiral.
I forgot they picked up Pan. This is one of a couple of cheeses for Terra, and this arena is one of the ones you can pan him in, so taking full advantage of that. Well done.
As we saw in the Walpy double match in the previous race. This strat, it might look easy, it might look like cheese, but he can still break out. This is still not easy or free or any of those words. This guy's a jerk. I hate this guy.
So with particularly Pan, it's a timing thing. So you have to, when you're doing your aerial attacks, you have to delay yourself by a couple of frames on your second hit of aerial spiral, or your second attack in the air, in order to keep him locked in. Because if you go too fast, he'll break out. If you go too slow, you'll hit the ground. It's a really tight combo.
And the other thing is starting the combo while keeping Peter Pan alive, which he's about to leave. You only get really 2 chances if you only have 6 drive or less than 9, so...
And it looks like Dragon's just taking the death here, or trying to. Oh, maybe not? We'll see. What's he doing? Yeah, just running straight into the bike. Wants to get out of there.
Meanwhile, Riku replacing Zigbar.
Oof. Sorry, I had a hiccup there. Wow. So far, a lot of good information. My guess was wrong. World That Never Was does not have a proof. Unfortunate.
OC has a magnet. We already knew that. But Riku became Darkthorn. So if they push LOD, they're gonna have to deal with that jerk. Not too bad of a fight, but sometimes he can just waste your time.
Absolutely. Right.
There's our first Thunder of the Seed.
And well, there's Berserkori.
Flash. Technically behind Zigbar, still really screwed up.
And 2 Kiers? Oh my gosh, this seed. What a silly seed.
Yeah, immediately putting on Berserkori.
Yep. And here's the thing, with having picked up that Trinity, that's like the perfect trifecta.
Ooh, Dragon Blast, let's go! Dragon Blast got through Terra.
What a clean pan, just start to finish.
Data Larcene replacing Luxord. This is my worst nightmare, fighting this lady alone.
Yeah. Does not look like it's going to be much of a prop for MegaSlim, though. Just immediately using Limit, getting that extra damage, going straight into Berserkori.
Meanwhile, I remember this was in the previous race too. This Terra became hostile program. I don't think anyone's going there. That is such a waste of your time. That arena is so bad.
Hostile program is one of those fights that you like to have him in an open arena, but he's just generally so slow that you don't really like to push him all that much.
Okay, he gets a Reflect out of Data Larcene. World of Never Was is now blue. Heading into Land of Dragons. Meanwhile, Dragonblast. Heading back into OC, warping down. Gonna clear this out.
Well, makes sense. Prep your data arenas nice and early. Get that objective just perfectly available. And same deal with Slim over here. Just getting those objectives out of the way nice and early.
Seeing LODs and nobody's kind of insulting. Ping's there, you can't go into final form to level it up. Thanks, Ping.
The most useless party member, that's for sure. However, that Magnera, so nice in this LOD. Along with that Thunder, just makes, especially this fight, go so much faster. And Hammer just decided that it didn't want to be around anymore. Fun fact, if those tents explode, they do AoE fire damage. And so the Hammer just pounded the ground and said, I'm out.
Dragonblast taking on Prison Keeper, the Lord of the Underworld, and his kids.
You know, it's very fitting. That outfit's super fitting.
Oh yeah, it's pretty great. Something else I didn't notice, it says Larcene data became Shan Yu. SP's worth 3 points left. All that's left there is a report. No objectives that way, so we're probably not going to be seeing that. So no Shan Yu today, probably.
Yeah. The most we'll see is probably a screens push, maybe for if you want to push to get data EXP for Slim, or you're pushing for a report bonus.
Yeah.
All right, and well, there goes Prison Keeper.
Nice negative combo. Prison Keeper became Leon, an easy kill in Halloween Town. We got 22 points still there.
That's tempting. You might just straight up go there. Oh, there's the 5 is still on the table. And Dragon.
This is an objective, so let's go check it out. Who's here?
You do have at least your magic is above the floor for the AS fight. Definitely not for the data fight. So pretty safe to go check this right now. And just, Terra's out of the way, so there's not that many bosses that could be really bad. Data Sykes being probably the number one.
What if it's Zexion? That's a bad boss. I hate that guy. Oh, it's Luxord.
Oh, well, it's the other really bad one. Okay.
It's the other waste of my time. Data Luxord. He even turns you into a dice, so that is a day. Oh, yep. I haven't seen Peter Pan on this guy before.
I understand. I get this. This is fine. It's definitely one of those things. It's faster to play minigames with Data Luxord, but the problem is that his RNG can sometimes not be favorable to you, and he can just waste time jumping around. So opting for Pan here and just being like, yeah, I'm just going to get through this as fast as I physically can without having to deal with minigames is a totally understandable play by Dragon.
Yeah, and this is one of those things where it's like, with cutscene remover, you don't have a lot of time to think. This is the perfect time to think about your routing while you just pound on this dude. What do I do next from here? I look at my tracker, try to figure out where stuff is at this point.
Absolutely.
According to my sources, Combo Master was picked up by MegaSlim and LOD.
Ooh. All right. So that's one of the beautiful things for the combo known as RSR.
What is Leon doing? He immediately went into wide peepo Leon mode and then just started running into the hill.
So the fun story about this, I have a channel redeem that is just Roro screaming help on my channel. It is because he encountered Leon in that exact arena doing the exact same thing, just running away from him.
Leon did not want to play games. He knew what was coming.
MegaSlim heading into Oogie Boogie. Oogie Boogie is not randomized, but with the QOL of the 1-hour companion, this is reverted to be part 1 Oogie, where you can just, he doesn't move around any of that stuff, just to speed things up, since, this isn't randomized, so let's just get this out of the way.
And meanwhile, yep, that's it for Dragon. Huge props, by the way, because that holding Peter Pan combo for that long is not easy. So massive props to just being able to not even drop it once.
Yeah, now do it again.
Looks like that's what his plan is.
Yeah, you gotta do data zexing, and that 5 points is still there. Just so.
Yeah, and it's normal Luxord, so
okay.
Now, Luxord is a little weak. Normal Luxord still, from what I understand, in certain arena takes normal damage.
Oh, I was right. Proof of connection in HB. HB? HT?
HT.
HT.
Yeah. So you're already seeing, like, Dragon is opting to do it this way because it's, and you see it, the bar is dropping substantially faster. Normal Luxord is much simpler to do, so it makes total sense. This goes way faster than panning him.
Absolutely. Even being under the data floor for damage, it's I feel like being over damaged for Luxord doesn't really matter too much with this jerk and his weird HP.
Yeah, that is one thing. It's why you don't. It's okay to like do it this early as opposed to some other bosses where you might consider waiting because that HP is just different.
Yeah, just built different. Halloween Town, there's a blizzard and it's done.
Okay. And Slim opting the leave. Makes sense. Alright. Going back to Terra. Alright.
And then I guess from beating Leon, Slim also did get the information that Leon, who was technically Grim Reaper 2, Zigbar is going to be in the Grim Reaper 2 arena.
Honestly, love to see that. Zigbar is one of those the most annoying fights in the game. And while it's not as much of a problem with Berserk Corey, I'm always happy to see him out of the way.
Okay, so there's 5 points for the Torn Page, 10 points for the Bluing Out the World, 20 points for a Data Arena, and then a 40-point objective. That's a pretty good set of points he just got there for doing that dragon.
Yep.
He's also got the hint, he hasn't been to the World of Neverwell, so he didn't know this. He knows now that is Data Larxene on his way up. Which is in a single arena, which is gross. He might be pushing for objectives instead in a little bit.
Absolutely. And Slim going around just following track doing OC2 makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and while I was rambling like a weirdo, MegaSlim just destroyed Terra, I guess. I watched him go to the arena, and then I started talking about Dragonblast points, and he's just in OC2. It's insane.
MegaSlim is one of the most consistent players when it comes to Berserk Horizontal / I have ever seen. man just knows what to do with it, and so it's always a master class to get to watch. Terra did not stand a chance.
Yeah. No, Dragonblast pushing through Agrabah. There is 15 points left here, so yeah, he's probably going after these proofs.
There's also the hinted torn page, and knowing that you just got one out of your Zexian bonus, it can be pretty beneficial to just start pushing towards that page bonus pretty early.
Yeah, and taking big advantage of these fights in Agrabah to level up their forms as well. There's that torn page we were talking about.
Awesome. Love to see it. And quick run, level 3. All right. And that's just kind of a fun thing Dragon did. If you pop into a form and go back into the bazaar, it's one of those rooms where the party members are walking around, so you get a free refill.
This is a nice and cozy double fight. You got a vanilla fat guy and then some jerk throwing discs in the background.
And it is pretty nice, even if they're in the vanilla arena. They do not split up into the little heartless clones, so it's a very, very fast fight.
Lose out on some potential wisdom experience, but I think it's worth it. It's so worth it, in my opinion.
I don't want to have to deal with many little, like, fire boys walking around.
And there's this limit 7. Neither players have forced final, I believe.
No, I don't
think makes sense. We don't have light and dark yet.
And that's one thing to note. You got to be a little cautious of looking around, just thinking about, hey, maybe I'll pop into anti-form here pretty soon. Because that is something you can do, and I believe we saw one of our players. You can technically hard force final in these settings. It is not necessarily ideal. Oh my gosh, Leon. Leon. This guy.
How embarrassing. How embarrassing for FF8. How dare you represent it this way?
Slim trying to get on the skateboard, but the samurai just not having it. Skateboard is technically faster. It's equivalent to like Glide 3, so. Alright, and let's see what Slim decides to do with this Data Luxord.
Going Dragon about to get their other proof. Dunogi.
Opting to play the mini games. Alright, here we go. So Slim does. There's a couple of ways. There's a couple of ways people do this. They some people like to do what Slim is doing, pause buffer the minigames. Some people like to do unbuffered. But it takes 7 minigames in order to get Luxord into DM phase. And you already see the significant difference compared to Dragon of that health bar just plummeting. However, Slim kind of getting some unlucky RNG. Luxord just deciding he wants to keep throwing out cards. So, even though he is hitting his revenge value perfectly, there's sometimes very little you can do about it. If Luxord decides he does not want to play nice.
Yeah, I kind of hate this boss, especially with Don Goofy here aggroing every card.
Yeah. Alright. There's minigame 3.
Oh my god, okay, here we go. Yeah,
Yep.
This boss makes me nervous playing those games. I can't do it. I can't do it without pause buffering.
Oh my god. He was getting Luxord into a range. I think he is setting up, for Berserker.
Oh, we were just talking about anti-form.
Really unfortunate timing.
You are more likely to go into anti-form when fighting an organization member. I've never thought about needing that with Luxord, though. He's just normally not here.
That being said, just watching Slim right now, he's making good use of it, though. Like, look at that damage.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be out of anti-form. Luxord's about to pop into DM phase, too.
Yeah.
So, like, despite taking it, he is just about, like, yeah, he's going to force him into DM. Going to take the DM here, and
Holy.
Well done.
Oh, wait. I'm just noticing this, and we got Dragon in the bottom right corner. Dragon had not entered Pride Lands until just now.
Yeah. I believe. Oh yeah, Slim did go in. Yeah. Not much in there. We know there's Genie and Stitch in our report. We don't have any objectives that way, so that makes sense to me.
Yep. And then we see here, just again, that pause buffer strat to get the right frame to do the DM for Luxord, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
Well done by Slim.
Now fight him again.
Yeah. For those at home who haven't fought Data Luxord, I encourage you to go fight him and just try and do that. That fight is, even with pause buffering, it is so incredibly hard. So well done to Slim and Dragon both.
Whereas I say the opposite, don't fight him. It's not worth your time. Come on, man. It's the laziest data. It's just, okay, now his games are, you have to be a robot to do them. What are you guys doing? Why did you program it like this?
Where's Zach? I didn't know he was here.
You gotta be Zach if you want to be Data Luxord.
And we see, once again, Slim and Berserk Hori. It is a very commonly enjoyed tool, that is for sure. Although, the cards kind of mess it up with those limit Ragnaroks. Seems like kind of annoying. But it's okay. So it's not going to be... Normal Luxord is not going to be that much trouble for Slim, so I wouldn't worry too much. Intentionally...
Poor Royal.
That's so smart! He was intentionally letting the Ragnaroks drop so that he did not force Luxord's RV so he could get into Berserk Hori range. That is... Wow. That is super smart by Slim. Just knowing the revenge value of Luxord is... That's so good. Alright. Ooh. Dragon is going into PR.
Yep. We know that there are... Oh, there's his anti-form. We know that this can't be... There's a report in SP, so this can't be 3 reports here. We know final form is here. So he's going to get his last form, possibly by pushing this.
Makes sense. It's a good play. Get a...
Oh, Korgos.
You really hope it's not too deep right here. And looks like there should be a dead Luxord for Slim. Yep, nice and clean. Just out of the way. All right. Torn page for your troubles. Hope you had fun at the Luxord Card Emporium today.
MegaSlim dipping into Beast Castle for the first time. They're gonna fight whatever threshold. I think it was Barbosa.
Yeah. Which became Yuffie.
Yuffie. And yeah, Dragonblast has that hint, so they're going in there with that knowledge as well. That their Barbosa fight will be a bit easier.
Absolutely.
Minute fight, they can use this to level Valor. They can use this to level Limit a bit more.
Yeah.
The Drive Converter, well, I think they're at Master 6, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Opting to use Valor here makes sense. Your defense is super high. Even if you hit the Pirates while they're in the shade, they are still going to count as hits for Valor form, so...
Yep.
It's a really good place if you have high defense. And with 6-5.
Yeah, and with boss enemy rando, there are a lot more spawn at once.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot more hits, a lot more getting hit as well, though.
Yeah. Usually the ideal combination you'd love to see, because pirates can be changed out here, is the little guys that throw bombs and have the little daggers, and the other melee enemies if you're trying to use Valor. The range ones can just snipe you out of the air and ruin your life. Not quite Valor 6, but almost there.
MegaSlim gets the 1 cycle on the dresser. Nice.
Oh yeah, really hard 1 cycle there. This is interesting. There's kind of two strategies actually with this boat fight right here. You can either go back into the room and then go up and talk to Will again, or you can do the fight there. And I see both people do it both ways. Oh, they don't have a thunder. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, that thunder was in the world that never was. The one we know about.
Yeah.
Alright, MegaSlim. Yep, he's done here.
Yep.
I wonder what's going through his head in that room.
Gets the stuff, says, all right then, well, I'm,
Here's that synergy again. MegaSlim going into Port Royal and following Dragonblast.
It cannot be overstated, as you mentioned. These two play so much together that, like, it is not a surprise to see them doing the same stuff.
Dragonblast gets the thunder we were just talking about him not having. It's the other one.
So that's two. That leaves us with one more that we do not know about.
Probably in Hollow Bastion at this point. Looking at the points that leftovers. Yeah, LOD we know it can't be there. It has to be. I think there's two magics in Hollow Bastion.
Yeah. With the point spread, it has to be our final Blizzard and our final Thunder.
Yeah, or a magic and a report in. I almost said Toontown, Disney Town, Disney Castle. Or those are two torn pages in Disney Castle.
The way that this is mapping out, I'm pretty sure those have to be two torn pages. You're looking at your final proof. Well, we already have our final proof sitting out there. It's
and then it's chickens just in Portland, Pride Lands.
Yep. Probably not worth going back to for either player at that point. Like, we'll just see them try and push it out, get this form. We'll see what happens from there, where they decide to go. They've still got. Here's the crazy thing: they have 15 minutes to still play with.
Yeah.
And we're looking at it like this could be pretty close to an ABN seed.
Our GR1 is Zexion.
Your favorite, right?
I hate this jerk. Fake.
And however, it is normal Zexion, so there is that. All right, here we go. Here's the single fire strat. So if your party members are engaged, you can do just a single fire, and it will not allow Zexion to hit his revenge value. And you can do this from his start of his health bar all the way till he is dead, and he will never retaliate.
Goofy backing off for a second. The large leap backwards.
Gotta get some space, you know. Zexion is jumping back too. Goofy just wanted to join the party.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yep.
Don't let him do anything. That's my favorite part of Zexion.
Oh, hey, that's a nice hint we got there.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Absolutely. All right, let's see.
Where's this form?
Well, you got 3 checks here. You got, I believe, 2 on the Heartless.
Yeah,
otherwise
from
it's
this dude.
GR2 plus.
Or Data Luxord Larcene. Or it's here, you're right.
Yep. Okay. All right. You're happy to see that. You don't want to be here. You don't want to have to go any further in PR.
Yeah, you know Zigbar is GR2, and then you know Data Luxord is Data Larcene. There's two people that I don't like.
No. Well, and it's also PR just as a world takes so much time in 1 hour.
Yeah.
You got forced fights. You got these. You have to constantly reset save rooms with the boat. Like, it is just one of these worlds that eats up so much time. So the further you have to go into it, the worse it generally tends to be.
Okay. Dragonblast, they have 2 proofs. They haven't climbed the world that never was yet, though. They're 1 objective away from being able to go in that way. Which one do you think they're going to push?
I'm looking at core. I'm core.
Objectives.
Yeah.
Okay.
The banana peel one with their stats is super fast, super easy to do, not even much of a problem usually. So it's pretty, especially with Magnera on their hands. It's gonna be one of those fights. It's not gonna take all that long.
Looks like he's going to be pushing the wall that never was instead.
Yeah, I mean this is also a
Alright.
valid play if you want.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And we
He's
know that.
getting knowledge here on whether he can push Data Roxas, which will be this. He knows Data Larcene should be Data Luxord, or the Luxord should be Data Larcene at this point, so he knows what he's getting into there.
Absolutely. And you know, it's a one thing, it's having a heads up knowledge too on both these players to look at and say, okay, you know, some seeds it's better to push Data Arena, some seeds it's better to not. Both players looked at this seed and said, it's giving me a lot of stuff. I'm not going to focus on Data Arenas this seed. I'm actually going to focus on just doing sets and getting as many items as I can.
Yeah. This Zexine's being pretty mean to MegaSlim.
Yeah.
He's been booked twice now.
Yeah, he's trying to set up for, looks like Berserk Horizontal Slash again. Just Zexion is not having it, unfortunately. Opting to limit form here. Ooh,
The
okay.
stairs. Are we going down the stairs now? Oh. Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah.
Dragonblast taking a quick death on the way up.
Arena specificity is like, this one sucks because different enemies can flinch in different locations and retaliate or hit a wall. Like, you cannot do most Terachis here for that reason. Like, he will just run into a certain thing and just be like, yep, and now you don't get to play the video game anymore.
Yep. Now you're being hit by X's.
Yeah. But he did pick up that HP orb, so that's at
Where
least
did the
good.
book just go? Oh, there it is.
Yep, it's on the mast. All right. You've gotta. This
That's
arena is
ridiculous.
so bad. Oh, I didn't know if that was actually gonna hit either. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, come
All right,
on.
gets the cure out. All right,
there
you're
we
through.
go.
Slim probably really happy to be done with that at this point. That ball's such a pain.
Dragon Blast through. Beat Riku on the way up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be dealing with Data Larcene next.
My point totals are super close as well. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the last 9 minutes of the seed. All right, Slim, where are you going? What are you thinking? LOD? Okay. And so, I like this from Slim. Because he knows that he's going to get limit 7. He knows he's guaranteed his report bonus. Or he's guaranteed a report, I should say. And then SP1 is a super short visit. So getting that report bonus, not even going to be a problem. And he can also level Wisdom and Valor in SP1. So I really like what Slim's doing here. Oh. And that's a Data Larcene dead. Alright. Now, Mr. Vulcan, do you think that Dragon's gonna keep pushing?
I don't see why not. They've come this far. They got the proofs. This is the way that unlocks their way up. They just got the experiment, and yeah, I guess we didn't know this guy was here. MegaSlim bailed out at this point, but MegaSlim's got his objectives to get in there, so it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's nothing too gross on Xemnas 1.
Yeah, we haven't seen any Xemnas. And, well, here's Experiment. Being Experiment. Oh my gosh, they're all grouped up. It's so bad. Now, there is a passive timer, so if he does not reform in a certain amount of time, the experiment will reform, thankfully.
Yeah.
But them all being clumped up like that is an absolute annoyance, to say the least. Ooh, wait, hold on. I thought we might be seeing Throne Room skip.
Am I crazy? Was this Vexen last seen?
Sure was. It was
okay, I couldn't remember.
That being said, last time it was the data variant. So instead this time it's just normal, and that means Slim can just do this and goodbye. Oh, the ceiling.
Ooh.
That's so rude. Top of Throne Room just being absolutely annoying. But it's fine. It's normal Vexen. Not even having to worry about a DM.
We found out Vexen became Syax, so we're not going to see Syax. Dragonblast ended up not going to Xemnas 1. They are an LOD pushing this objective instead. Which this is points on the way up. Possibly. You get points for doing missions.
Yeah. And meanwhile, we see a Throne Room push. Now, there is a downside to doing Throne Room skip, which is you lose out on 15 potential points. You get 15 for doing Throne Room skip, and you get 30 for entering Throne Room normally. So, with Slim pushing this, he's just going to get a flat 30 points after doing these two fights. And that also gets him that Storm Rider objective available.
Yeah. And Storm Rider is not... In 1 hour, Storm Rider has either been banished to SCT or Cups, so he's not actually going to be there. It's going to be someone else, right?
Yes. Storm Rider is replaced, I believe is it Tifa?
Yeah, it's definitely one of the Final Fantasy cast members.
Yeah. And then Tifa is obviously shuffled around, so the Storm Rider arena can still have any number of things in it.
My reliable source once again speaking to me through my mind on the YouTube.
Oh, gotcha. Fair enough. And alright, there's your next setup bonus. We're split. Gotta go to this Storm Rider objective.
We got 4 more minutes left for Slim. GR1. GR2 has also been banished to SCT or Cops, so we don't have to worry about that jerk showing up anywhere.
Yep.
So no GR2 jump scares.
Yep. And we love seeing GR1 too because he just does this, and he's just dead. That's that.
Yeah, just kill him. He's dead. And there is Dragonblast's 5th objective. He also has now access to final fights. Both runners have about 3.5 minutes left before they can enter, or before they can't enter.
Yep. And Slim very much pushing out SP1 here. Gonna probably level his Wisdom and Valor to level 7 and try and get that report bonus.
Yep. Report bonus 40 points, if I remember.
Correct.
Yes. Yeah, it's a pretty good push of points. Right now, about a 50-point difference between both runners. MegaSlim with the lead. Anything could happen in this last little chunk, though.
Oh, absolutely. We have no idea what final fights could look like. And dude.
There's the report. All right. Dragonblast is on his way in too. Oh, and Flare Force? I didn't see. I like to look at the numbers instead.
That's such a punch in the gut to get Flare Force now. Just be like, oh, I could have had that forever ago. Alright. So let's see. What do you do? This is one of those hard cases. You got time on your hands. You got a little time. You don't want to quite go into final fights. So
Slim is.
I think he's looking for nobodies. So that room that he just entered, that dungeon, will spawn these enemies, but you do have to play the cutscene
Minigame.
first. Well, you don't have to finish the minigame. You just have to start it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah. So it's
That's good memory. I did not remember those at all. Being in there.
Yeah,
Dragon
I'm
Blast
impressed.
doing minute fight.
Slim debating, maybe thinking if he could probably push Core out the objective. Oh, is he gonna go for it?
A minute and a half.
Oh, he might do this. He might see what Demix is. This is again one of those things. You're trying to optimize your time, get as many points as you can. This is one of those risks you take just to see if you can get just a little more out before you have to go into final fights.
Yeah, this is probably the most anxious part because you have too many freaking options. Like I was thinking about, oh yeah, you could go beat up Data Thresholder probably too, on some easy points.
Yeah, but that fight, just with how much Thresholder health is going to have, is going to take a decent chunk of time.
Yeah.
So,
especially with both stats are under the data floor.
Yeah.
All right, into final fights from MegaSlim.
We'll see. So Dragon has to make the same choice. Do you push the Shan Yu arena, or do you just go to final fights? Opting for the safer route, final fights. Makes total sense. We have no knowledge on this, by the way, so this could be anything.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of the Zemnasses. No sitting dudes, no zebras. It's the normal one.
Yes, so a change from Season 5 to Season 6. There is no longer any data demics. Thank goodness. That fight sucks. It's so slow.
Yeah, it's... And if you fail it, it's even worse. Like, I can't imagine... I don't want to think about whatever feeling I'd feel if I had failed that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, at the very end.
Absolutely. It is just one of those changes that I'm definitely happy about, for sure.
Ooh. Demix uppercut?
Unfortunate. I'm going to take another go at this. Now, while we know Slim is currently about 90 points ahead, again, these final fights can change a lot of things, and when you're in this moment under pressure, it can, even fights that you've done 100 times can have a lot of pressure on your shoulders, so it's understandable to take deaths here.
Okay. Both Demixes melted.
Demix became AX2. That's... Oh! Well, you're a little out of place.
I always love AX either 1 or 2 being in an arena where there's usually a chair and they're not sitting in the chair. Like whenever you go to the Hades room for Hades escape, and there's just a chair right behind him every time he's not sitting in, it bothers the hell out of me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Did I not see this last time? What is this? No. I like this Dragonblast arena.
Yep. That's Data Roxas, by the way.
Oh. Yeah, no light damage going on there.
So both place uppers are Horizontal Slash. Both have limit form. This shouldn't be too much of an issue. Still, Data Roxas is one of those more annoying fights to have to see in your final fights.
Especially with Second Chance and Once More, it's a little cozier. It's just more about how do you do this quickly is what it comes down to.
Yep.
Especially with the anxiety of that timer.
Yep.
And what we see here was two different approaches. We saw Slim just cleanly doing the fight normally with just limit form, and we saw Dragon doing the more traditional like level 1 Roxa strat, which is where you steal the Keyblades and you do this limit form loop, and he just dies.
And both players take the same time penalty. I believe that makes Slim our winner by about 100 points. So that is 1-1.
Which means
We have a third match, ladies and gentlemen.
And with that being said, while we get everything set up, we're going to go ahead and just take a brief little break, and we'll see you back in just a little bit.
Yup, see you then. You start this time.
Ah, well, we're back. Round 3. Dragon versus MegaSlim. I am Darkness Mist, and I am joined by one.
Vulcan the Second, Mark II.
Wait, how? Wait, you became a robot and you advanced in the course of like 5 minutes?
Sure. I don't
Oh.
know. I don't have an answer to that. Oh,
Fair
I
enough.
accidentally closed the tab.
Well,
All right. Well, I'm opening everything back up. Why don't you let us know what our objectives are?
absolutely. We have a Zoldan, we have a Data Larxene, we have a Hostile Program, we have a Master Form 7, so another Dry Form. We have both Corridors and Treasure Rooms. So Corridors are the fight right after you talk to the computer in Hollow Bastion. And then we have the Experiment.
And a big number in OC. We have 62 points. Everything else is kind of spread out a little bit. But we got the big 62 OC, but no objectives in there.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to see either of our players push into that OC. It's too big to not want to go to. But you were mentioning just as before, like we were talking about this. What do you think of that SP?
SP, you've got Data Larxene, you've got Hostile Program. It's 28 points. It's kind of a shorter world. It might not be a bad of a push. It's obviously one of those things you kind of want to save to maybe level Valor or Wisdom at some point, or just levels in general. So these objectives are looking a little deep. This might be one where we're pushing for proofs instead and maybe rushing the world that never was. As far as proofs goes, we know LOD can't have one at 17 points. You can't have 15 points and then +2. That's not an option. Forms is 50. Well, Forms doesn't matter. Beast Castle's 14. Agrabah's 10. DC's 13. So we got a lot of options already killed for where these proofs can be.
Yeah. It is, they could be, however, that being said, there's still a ton of worlds else that they could be in. So, I
What the
heckin'
hell?
love Rando, baby.
So we have a once more limit form start. As cool as that is just less points in the pool as well. It doesn't matter too much, but
However, you take limit form out the rip any day of the week. Thank you, Mr. Matt, for the heckin' love Randos.
now what are our shadows? We got the
No!
Vuvuzela horns.
These stop. These are the worst.
These are pretty bad. How you can't really XP boost on these, can you?
You sure can't. Not easily.
So what I was thinking about, like once more, you could maybe, depending on your shadows, manipulate using once more to get XP boost. I guess not.
No.
Uh,
Well, that's a light and darkness there. That's like an instant final form as well.
Okay.
Hey. So we've got bad enemies, but immediate access to two of the most beneficial forms. So
We're probably gonna get a mod where we get like an anti-potion, where we throw an anti-potion and it takes away our health and puts us in XP range.
you know, ooh, that's actually kind of a sick idea. I kind of like that. Imagine like some Plandos that could be fun with that one.
Oh yeah.
Once again, just seeing the pretty standard set of shotguns here. Just doing the first three. And now you get to see the wonderful thing about crescendos and how unwieldy they can be. However, Dragon getting through that pretty quick. Alright. Ooh. So, this is, Dragon will have to pick up this chest, but,
Take a look, you can see the boxing gloves on their feet.
Oh, you're right! They do have boxing gloves! Little buggers! Why do they punch so hard? Well, we have a money pouch, too, so that's pretty great.
Easy start to ethers, Flare Force possibly in the shop.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, MegaSlim checking it out now. Didn't seem like we did have one.
Nope.
So, invest in ether.
Yep. Ether rich. Alright. This time, however, we have marginally better shadow or enemies here for our Candy Cane Lane fight.
I don't know. I've issues with snipers. Mainly my own issues for just running into their bullets all the time.
The one benefit of snipers is that they will teleport into you for the most part, so with that finisher, it's going to be a little easier to at least hit them.
Ooh.
Oh! Oh! Wow. That was really well done by Slim.
Yeah.
Reverting onto that drive instantly does, unfortunately, I think, mean not going to be able to immediately force Final Form here in Halloween Town if he was planning on doing that.
Yeah. Dragonblast got the Master Form that's here. So far, with Light and Dark, that's technically 3 forms we got within the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. I do like that both players are considering not forcing it immediately. Again, it's one of those things, this is your second or maybe your third world in your shotguns. There's a chance that you can find a actual final somewhere.
Yeah, like right there.
Oh, hey, what do you know?
Good call. So yeah, Light and Dark, now useless and not necessary. Now what form are we going to find in PR? I guess there can't be one.
No, but it could be this money pouch.
Ooh.
Oh, tried and failed. Oh,
SP, we got 28 points here.
No, it is interesting, and we'll see if have to see if this happens again. Both of our players last seed opted to skip a couple of worlds to super late, knowing that there were not any particularly like good items or things they were necessarily going. They opted to push it back a little longer. So on the side of Dragon it was Pridelands, and on the side of Slim it was OC. We'll see if that happens again this seed. If they just say, I'll come back a little later because I don't really need anything in those worlds.
Early Reflect and SP. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty good set of tools we got starting.
Yeah, honestly, like, get a Donald limit, you're kind of set to do a lot of fights now.
You gotta Reflect once more, high frames. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Now we just gotta find some no bites. Alright, let's see, where does Dragon go? Yep, following that standard thing of DC.
Yeah, big raisin strats, just going in a counterclockwise circle around the GOA.
Yeah. And a reason for this is it seems super small, but minimizing the amount of time you're walking around in the GOA is really important in 1 hour. Like by not having to fly all the way across, even if you're not getting as many checks per minute, loadless, you are actually saving just a couple of seconds of time, and those couple of seconds really can make the difference in these seats.
We got a Berserk charge in the courtyard. Another sub 5 minute Berserk charge for this seed.
Alright, so where's Hori Slash? These guys have been blessed with this 2 seeds in a row. They gotta get it 3 for 3, right?
It's got a, yeah, the last one was behind the Zigbar replacement. So it might not be, I'm not gonna call that free, because it's not. That's annoying bosses along the way. I could, now who knows? I have no idea. I'm trying to think of what check I would pick, but there's 500 of them.
There's just a couple in this game.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's played the AP or not for this, but I think on standard it is around 500 plus or something stupid.
Add on like level sanity, check for just picking up puzzle pieces. Yeah, there's a lot more in AP.
Now we did just pick up Magnera though.
Ooh.
That's huge. Your mob fights just got so fast. It is. This seed, other than the crescendos being their shadow replacements, this seed's playing pretty nice.
Yeah.
So where does it turn bad?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, here's the thing. Even if crescendos are bad, their stats are looking pretty healthy so far. Level 12, we've got 23 strength, 26 magic for Dragon Blast.
Yeah, that's not too bad. And yes, crescendos not being ideal, they do at least allow you, if you're looking for some early levels, you can dip in there and just kill a couple of them. I think they're like 75 XP per.
Let me grab the sheet.
I'm so glad you have the sheet on you. I just am trying to do this all off of memory and it's not working.
No, I have this stuff favorited because in case I have to edit it. Crescendos are part of the D rank. At max XP, they give you 150 each.
Okay, so that's actually a little better than I thought.
Yeah.
And they don't have that much health too, so it's, having like Master Form and Final pretty early, it's pretty good. Oh, there's our second money pouch hinted.
Okay. Prideland's kind of a library through reports. Is pretty nice.
Always good to see a lot of just early information, be able to start, a seed like this, how balanced it is, it can be a little hard to figure out, like, oh, maybe this is where the proof is, but getting a lot of those hints early is just super useful.
I do like this routing, the way they start this. I usually make the mistake of routing this like normal rando, and I like go into Agrabah pretty early. And then I immediately regret it because I have nothing to break the stand with. I never have magic going in here.
Yeah. I believe out of our top 8, and I could be wrong on this, but I believe all of us use some variant of starting in World That Never Was or LOD, except for one Mr. Walby, which we saw earlier today, where he actually starts in SP and does clockwise the other way.
Okay. I like that. SP used to, before I learned the Preland strat, this is the very dark ages of rando. If you go into SP first every time, the cube you need to hit is always in the same spot.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Whoa, I did not know that. Oh, gosh.
It's useless RNG. Combo Master for MegaSlim.
You say useless, but in 1 hour, you know, that could be some useful information to have.
I've just been sitting on this info for 4 years. Big plays.
Save us like 0.5 seconds. Let's go. We take those little time saves.
We got the hint for OC telling us wisdom forms in there.
Okay.
Just like everything else is, it looks like.
Right. Let's see. So I'm gonna say both of our Valor and our Wisdom are gonna be in OC, as well as, let's say, most of our Cures. That's my guess is what OC holds, and probably a couple reports. You got any guesses, Mr. Bulkin? What do you think?
I'm sorry, I'm getting a little tired. What am I guessing?
I was guessing what was in OC here. I said both the forms, cures, and some reports.
Let's see, we got 34 points, not including the wisdom form. So we know it's an even amount of checks. It's probably 6 checks. Might be 8 checks. That seems like a bit much because it'd have to be a lot of reports. I would say, yeah, probably 1 form. Maybe both visit locks. Some magics. Well, we know there's not going to be proof of peace in there because that's an HB1.
There is. And while it didn't, I didn't see it pop up on the levels. It did pop up on the tracker. Second chance is on levels. It's on early levels too.
Okay.
And yeah, we see
Slim.
Slim doing the same thing he did last time, saying, it's only a 14. I want to push this bigger world right now. I'm going to go here.
Once more, kind of screwing over MegaSlim here.
Yeah.
Not letting the fight end.
And that was Data Zemnis too, so it's like a little unfortunate.
Yeah, opening with his Dark Skies attack. Yep, there it is again.
So I'm gonna pop in the limit form just to try and clear out these Heartless and Nobodies and just get through this initial wave. However, unfortunately, Zemnis is going to chase you down the ramp. So let's hope they get through. Well, there's Hori Slash.
Oh, was it on levels?
It was on Final 2.
Oh, Final 2, okay.
So Dragon right now has access to Hori Slash, and I would not be surprised if Slim did get it maybe soon as well.
It'll be an early Berserk Hori.
Once again. Man, can I get a seed like this, please? Get all the good tools.
Who's rolling these? Have these been ZCs these 3 rounds?
I don't feel like Zed seeds, I'm gonna be honest. They're a little too good for that.
You claiming you maybe outsource these?
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean.
Alright. MegaSlim through Zemnis escape.
Yep.
Very funny to watch him just go down the lines of Earth, just raving his way down.
Good thing for Slim is even though he used limit form there, he was able to build enough drive to have limit for whatever this fight is, which is
Dark Scene. It's AS Dark Scene. Okay.
We may see something special here. We may see
there are 3
AI
of her.
break. Yeah,
There are
so
4 of her. I've never seen this.
So this is something that can happen. Because, if I understand correctly, she spawns on a slant. It messes with her AI. And so she ends up just basically spawning an additional clone, and then one of those, like, never despawns, and so it just sits there. And you just pound on it till the fight's over. It's awesome. Same...
Cool, I like that.
Yeah.
We should do that with every Larkstein fight.
It happens in Luxor's arena. It happens in what is it? The Riku arena at the LOD. Basically, any arena where there's a slant that she could spawn on, it can happen. Right. Technically, even AX1 arena, although that one's much harder because it has to be her falling off the throne.
And by being here, we found out Data Luxord is her replacement, which is one of the objectives.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh, these players are not getting away from Luxord today at all. Unfortunate.
I did ask in chat earlier before this season started, how much do we want to bet Sean Yu replacement is Vexen again?
Oh my gosh. Well, if we find Sean Yu, we'll know. I'd be, at this point, the way objectives are lined out, I'd be surprised if any players really pushed too far into LOD this season.
Yeah. Oh, this Corgo sucks.
They're the worst. But hey, slide dash, so we like that.
Yeah, we'll take that. I'd die for slide dash.
Absolutely. Ooh, pages? Okay. OC's really shelling out its goods. Nice. Oh my gosh, this thing.
These shots are like traveling from the other side of the earth.
Oh my gosh. Dragon's not immune to it either. Although I think Dragon has put some armor on, so they've got a little more defense, so they're not getting shotted nearly as hard.
Hey, he's got second chance as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they leveled. That's why. Okay. Alright. And DC has a baseball charm, so that's a 5 and a report and another 5.
Yeah. We got 22 points left in OC, most likely proof of connection, and then just a magic.
Yeah, that would make sense. I was partially right. We got Ake here, so I'll take that.
Alright.
No Flare Force this time. No fires yet, so no real way to speed this up. So just praying that your water clones go towards Demix and you get good RNG. Oh my gosh, that's Magnega.
Okay, 15 points left.
Now, call me crazy, I'm not exactly all that thrilled to see Magnega if I'm either of these players right now. It's great for mob fights, but it can be rather difficult to do some like EXP grinding or, say, magnet explosion strats, because Magnega is just so giant.
Yeah, it pulls it up a little too high.
Yeah.
Grim Reaper here, which means Grim Reaper will also be in TR. MegaSlim gets his Hori Slash, so every boss is now should be quaking in fear.
Yep. We've seen just how good MegaSlim is with that Hori Slash. And he's pulled it out on pretty much every boss these last 2 seeds, so.
Dragonblast right behind them.
Yep. I like this. So this is something you can do that I actually learned from both of these players. You're seeing Dragonblast, what he's doing is he's dropping a magnet on a GR1 and then gliding into him. So you're getting your Keyblade hits from Final Form Glide, that's doing a lot of damage. And then you're getting the magnet damage because GR1 is jumping in and out of that magnet. So it's just it makes that fight just so slightly faster, and it's a minor optimization, but it's super cool to see.
We found out Scar is Hydra. I don't think you can Berserk Hori this guy.
You can, unfortunately.
What?
Yeah.
No, you're lying to me.
I'm not. It's insane what you can do in this game with Berserk Hori. Oh, but Scar is also rude. Slim just deciding, nah, I'm good.
Nah.
That's
Angry
fair.
Kitty, I'll leave him alone. Slim's last hint, Green River 1 became Data Zexion. Zexion's on that boat again.
Oh, man. Also, that was a report on Scar. That's a 5-7. So Slim is probably thinking about, oh, there's probably just a proof left here and may not go back for a while. But Dragon has that info, knowing, oh, there's a little more here.
I'm kind of blown away that's not a proof.
I am too. It's a pretty rare situation that you see. There's a 15 like that.
Training limit on Wisdom 2. Dragonblast just got that to Wisdom 6 right there in that room.
And that was also an experience boost, I believe, on Wisdom 4. So having that nice and early is amazing.
Damn. Nobody's right here too?
Yep. Meanwhile, we see...
But we also got the hint that Scar became Darkthorn, so we're probably not going to be seeing that.
We see Slim actually taking advantage of this Magnega and Master Form and those double drive converter. Even though these enemies do not drop a lot of money, they drop some. And double drive converter makes it so it's actually pretty quick to get your Master Form up.
Yeah, there it is, Master 6 right there.
Amazing, love to see it. Both players just really focusing out these drives, trying to find out where that fire is.
Finishing plus for Dragonblast. I'm going to this room.
Oh. So I think this is the earliest in a seed we've seen divergence of these players.
Yeah. Slim's pushing SP.
I like this.
Yeah. He's got a bunch of forms he can level. He hasn't leveled Wisdom yet.
Yeah, so he's going to be a little sad to see that experience boost and know that he'll miss out on it. However, with Magnega, I believe that 38 is the threshold where double Magnega will kill them. I could be wrong. I know 41 is the case for Magnera, where you drop 2 and these guys immediately die. But yep, there's this experience boost in Trinity. Yep, and just... This is why we love screens, ladies and gentlemen. In 1 hour, these enemies have actually been increased, so there's more of them. So we get to just drop magnets and shred through them like it's nobody's business.
Okay. Thankfully, that's just normal Zoltan and Thresholder.
Oh,
he did not send his fart blast after you, and that would be data if he did.
fart blast.
That's what he's sending at you. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Make the fight a little less intimidating. People might like it more.
However, this is actually really cool because this gives Dragon a lot of early info as to what could be in that Zoltan arena.
Yeah, there's an objective.
Oh, hey, there's those fart blasts you were talking about.
Yeah, he tried. Going into using a cure, possibly getting Berserk ready, but then Zoltan just started jumping again.
Yep. Alright. We see Slim at level 40, still no sign of whatever this magic is. On 40, so 44, 46, 48, or 50. That is where this magic has to be at this point.
And we know Zoltan is now the Blizzard Lord, so not only is that an easy objective, that's an easy data too.
Yeah. But it's only a 6 left here in
You mean 3?
3, yeah, so this is tough. Like, you could push this for the objective, or you could feel free to just leave it.
We get the hint that Pride Lands has nominated sketches left in it.
Okay. Alright.
And that Agrabah has a Blizzard.
And we just saw Dragon do something that a lot of people don't realize you can actually do. You can leave that minigame. Just went in, grabbed those 2 checks, and dipped out.
MegaSlim finding out that our hostile program replacement, which is an objective, is Marluxia. Appears to be just normal Marluxia. I wasn't paying attention for a second. So I think it's opening.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
We would see puddles on the ground right now. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't notice, but then I looked and didn't see puddles, so I'm like, yeah, that's normal.
Of course, we're getting the restore count. RC instead. It's still really cool looking, at least.
Does not do damage, unfortunately, though.
Yeah, but it's cool as hell.
But I want damage.
Dragonblast taking his first step into HB.
Yeah. Would not be surprised to see either player go back to HB at some point, just to try and clear out that 7. There's 2 no, there's just the corridors objective sitting there. It's pretty fast, so I could see them pushing it out pretty easily. Oh, you know what? I don't think that, I think Slim does not have horizontal / equipped at this moment.
I saw him use it.
Oh,
I think it's just... I don't know.
maybe. I'm wrong. Alright, and Marley, what is that replacement? Zigbar. Alright, we're happy to see that. Don't have to deal with that idiot.
Alright, there's Berserk. Oh, he didn't have it on. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, am I crazy? Oh, he put it on when he went to fight Scar. But then Scar was a stupid cat and killed him.
Yeah, so that death unfortunately reset it, so...
Yeah, because I remember him taking off all those MP hasters and stuff. Alright, that makes sense. One of those things where it's if you die, you completely, like, I forget every time, put that stuff back on.
Oh, absolutely. And alright, so we see the core, flying down the corridors for Dragon and pushing the SP2 for MegaSlim. See what we find.
21 points left in the second visit, which is... Usually it's like the other way around, where you have like more points you find in the first.
Yeah. SP is one of these weird worlds where it has just about the same amount of checks in its first visit as it does its second visit, actually.
Yeah, if we're counting Larcene, absolutely.
So... let's see. And our magic in Hollow Bastion is deeper, so... we'll see what if Dragon decides they want to continue their push here, or if they want to just call it after getting this objective.
Well, if you got final, how much is this leveled up to? Oh, I can't see.
It's 6.
My eyes. Okay, so that doesn't matter. And it's no guarantee they're going to be nobody's here anyway. Oh, never mind, I lied.
Is that Vanilla Dancers? Pretty sure that's Vanilla Dancers.
Yup.
And he did the check, and I think that might be the magic chest right there. So I think that we might get a early blue HP. That's either the magic chest or that's a equipment, because it was darker.
Reflect on Solar Sailor.
Okay.
So that's 2 reflects in SB. And we know the third one is in 4 Royal. 14 points on MCP Beyond.
And it was indeed the magic, so that is a blue HB before Demix.
Final Zemnis, final Sark.
Alright. Dragon thinking about where they want to go next. It's like opting what that never was. To get a little more stats, it looks like, before they maybe go to SP. Oh, I love the limit strat for Final Zemnis. It's so swag. And then, yep, and his HP is stagnant, and you can just finish him off.
It's kind of weird. I think Tron killed like a Strafer at the same time as he killed Final Zemnis, and my brain was trying to parse him killing a boss and getting a level up for a second. I was like, that's not right.
This is Kingdom Hearts 2, not Super Mario RPG.
Yeah. Ooh. Man, you got me thinking about Super Mario RPG now. How am I supposed to focus on the race? But stopping at this little HP gate for MCP, so he stays in his first phase. So he can just go around and start shooting his butt instead.
Yep. And Dragon making good use of that EXP boost for these crescendos in the meantime. Oh my gosh, what
Double magic on MCP. Leaving Larxene to have, or I guess Data Luxor to have nothing. But that's still an objective. That's still 40 points. Yeah, go back in. Kick his butt. Twice.
I think we're gonna get to see another masterclass of Luxord minigames, which is always a pleasure. Again, I challenge anybody who thinks this is like even remarkable, like remotely easy to go try this. It is much harder than you think. Oh, okay. Going into final form, interesting. We're seeing a different strategy by Slim this time. Oh, wait, does that work?
Ooh, oh, he's berserk-horing.
Okay, you know what? He is above the floor for the AS arena, so this is doing more damage. Taking him to the moon.
I've never noticed how much light there is up here on the ceiling.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a special thing with Larxene's arena particularly.
You'd think it'd be all cloudy if she's using lightning.
Never know. Alright. Oh, wait. And Dragon going into the Roxas arena, finding out it's Sayax.
Oh.
Data Sayax at that. Oh, just another one of these really not fun bosses that we have yet to see. Looks like he tried to go into Berserk Hori, ended up Sayax was being a little rude, so he went into limit form here. But does he have 8 drive gauge? Might have 8 drive gauge, so he might. Yeah, he does. He might pop into limit a second time and just Data Sayax who? Just limit form and dead.
Okay. Well, that tells us Sayax became Roxas. Another Data on the way up.
Yeah.
And then we also, I didn't notice this hint, Final Xemnas became Cloud, so that's an easy final fight in the game.
Awesome. And I believe the way the hints work, because that was Data Sayax, that's hinting the Data Sayax arena in Pride Lands. So we know it's a Roxas variation, but I don't think we know if it'll be Data or normal Roxas quite yet, until we get there. Yeah, we do heckin' love Rando indeed, Zed. We do indeed. And meanwhile, Slim just, you know, Berserk Horying and then Final Form and then just making Luxord have a really bad day. Oh my god, he makes it look so easy. He makes it look so easy. That is so much harder than people know. Meanwhile, it's a nice Zigbar replacement. That's a Yuffie right there.
And we know Yuffie, which is Storm Rider, is Sephiroth, which is at the end of LOD.
Oh.
Really no reason to go there. It's 17 points, but probably not going to be seeing Sephiroth. We haven't seen Sephiroth in the last 2 seas, have we?
No, we've only seen Terra, and he's been in the same spot twice in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is indeed a double Data Luxord. So this is actually going to be huge points, because the Data fight's worth 20, the arena's worth 20, and then the objective's worth 40. So that's like 80 points right here in this alone.
Yeah, like that's good, but it's like you have to fight Luxord twice. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Why do we gotta do this twice?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, double Data, that's another like So overall, this back end, just this arena alone, I think that comes out to like 105, 115 points for Slim.
Big points.
Kind of wild.
Sean Yu is here yet again. I think he was here in the first seed.
Hey, we're gonna find out about Vexen now.
Oh, that's true. Please tell me Vexen is there. Sean Yu became Lexaeus. Boo. Boo.
No, that is rather unfortunate indeed. I guess these really are different seeds after all. Oh, dang.
There's Roxas.
Alright, let's see. What variation?
How much damage does this do? This did a good amount of damage, so that's normal Roxas.
Indeed it is. That's nice. And we see Dragon deliberately hitting Roxas's RV with that blizzard, forcing him to do this one retaliation, so that he will do this charge. But in the limit, goes into an Aris, catches him. He should be good here.
Roxas became Data Syax. Wow.
Crazy. Also, just as a note, Slim's in DM again. The entire time, it has taken. I think it took Yuffie to Syax for Slim to do, or like it took all of Dragon's Visit more than there was to do Data or both Luxards.
I'm so sorry, Slim. I'm posting the emote.
No. Now there is one benefit to this, which is that you do get a couple of chances at this as long as you break out of the dice. So Luxord will automatically go back into the DM, and he will, if you do the DM properly, he will go back down to 1 health. So it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. And he had a really good recovery on just beating him to death with that dice to get him out of that form.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Dragonblast got the last check, level 44 cure on levels.
Good to see. And
double Data Luxord Derby is done. I was just looking for more D's.
double Data Luxord Demolition Derby.
Yeah.
Extravaganza Extreme Mark 30.
Prison Keeper Zemnis. So if we were to do Data Zemnis, Prison Keeper, it wouldn't be worth it, I don't think. Even with Cloud being your Data Zemnis replacement.
I don't know, because you're looking at that magic stat. It's about a 55 right now. It's and for at least Dragon, he's still got access to screens with that experience boost.
Yeah.
So he could potentially push above the data floor. While this fight initially is a little slow, Limit Form with Ragnarok does a ton of damage.
Yeah. Something I didn't notice, maybe you said it and I just wasn't paying attention. Valor Form was on the way up. Dragonblast has got all of his forms, so Master 7 is now available to him.
I did not notice that. That is awesome.
We were distracted Data double Luxord.
Demolition Derby Extreme Mark 30.
Yeah. Exactly.
Important things in the seed, right?
Yeah. Prison Keeper, his replacement is Hostile Program. Which Hostile Program, you can just sometimes get stuck in a corner in that arena, so it's not too bad there.
Yeah. Oh.
I forgot to read Dragonblast's replacement.
So we have AX1, I believe that is a vanilla AX1, and then it was Experiment.
Okay. That's kind of balanced. AX1, he probably won't be sitting in his chair because Boston Mirando sucks. Experiments, it's gross, but it's not too bad. Cloud will be nice and easier though.
Yeah. Right. Looks like one definitely not stealing information from one Mr. Ragnoth. It goes Experiment, AX1, and then Cloud.
Okay, so he definitely will not be in that chair.
Yeah, definitely not. We get to see his butt exposed to the world once again.
Yeah, zoom in on his ass. Thank you for the start of this fight.
My God. Alright.
Alright, there's Hades.
All right, now we gotta find out, is this Data Zem or is this normal Zem? Because it's a 50-50. It is Data! Right. However, Limit Form makes a joke of this boss, so, and, we see, oh my gosh, that's so clean. Slim is using, combination, or Combo Master there to do RSRs in the middle of that, combo, where he's reflecting, slapshotting, reflecting, slapshotting, then reflected again straight into that Limit Form. That was so clean. That's so well done by Slim.
Dragon Blast following him into the fight.
We'll see how Dragon handles the same fight while Slim goes and checks out the Zexian arena. Seeing that RSR combo again. Oh my gosh, doing the same thing. It's
Damn, they're good.
It's so good. It's so fun to watch.
Attack Hades with Aura Sphere. I don't think I ever noticed this stuff popping up in Boss Enemy.
Indeed. All right. And it looks like we have Data Axle as our AS arena for Zexian.
Speaking of Aura Sphere, it completely screwed up that Rs. He accidentally knocked it into him, knocking him into the air during it.
Wait, you can Berserk Hori this boss? Huh? This works? I'm learning things today. Oh my gosh. All right, Slim.
Do they have Ice Cream? Because Blizzard Volcano Lord is in the Axel 2 arena. Ice Cream is not gone yet. Okay.
Yeah, however, we are seeing Slim go straight back in. There's still the 7 on the Data variation, or the Data arena. So let's see what this is. That looks like... Is that Story? That is Story. Okay. I think? Is it?
His health is going down very fast.
Yeah, but it's also,
Is it battle level related?
Yeah, it is. It is Data, okay. You can do... Okay. Wow, I'm just... This is...
Dragon Blast also following him into this fight. Oh yeah, it's definitely... You're right, it is battle level related, because Dragon Blast has also taken a ton of damage from that floor.
Yeah. Yeah, but it looks like it is, Data for the Data arena as well, so... Which is rather... It's good. It's a lot of points. You see Slim here trying to set up for that Berserk Hori, waiting for Axel to give him that exact attack so he can stun him and get him locked in.
I just noticed this proof is on Halloween Town.
Oh, it is. You are right.
Prison Keeper was Xemnas. Does Dragon Blast still have that hint? Xemnas Data became prison. What? Oh, he just fought Zem. Okay, that makes sense. Alright.
Yeah. Alright, we see the Axel DM here. Looks like Slim's going into an Rs. Trying to get maximum damage out of this. Axel not playing nice. A little scary here. Does the block.
Ooh.
Oh, reverts. Oh, so unfortunate. Meanwhile, we got Dragon over here trying to finish it off. One more Rs. Loop should catch him right here. Going for it. Gets it. Nicely done. Nice. All right. And that was also a Blizzard on Limit 5. So that is our other thing on drives is a Blizzard.
Ooh.
Slim having a tough go of it. It's like he's going back. Makes sense. He got him really close the first time. And this is something if you know you've got the momentum, you can push it out. You can do it. It definitely makes sense. And this guy again, Data in a Data arena. This is 40 points in and of itself. You've got still 20 minutes on the board. You've got plenty of time. This is a totally sensible play, and I have no doubt that Slim will be able to deal with it.
It sucks as the boss just bypasses second chance and once more.
Yep, that's true. It's unfortunate. In the meantime, though, we see Dragon go ahead and go into screens, leveling that Valor and getting fire off of Valor 3. So that will clear out his forms for him. We'll see if he opts to do some more EXP boosting here or not.
Okay, take an Axel to the sky.
And it does look like Dragon is opting to do that.
Ooh. Breaks out.
Yeah. Yeah, so different bosses have different frame rules as to, like, if you perfectly time Berserkori, they will never break out. But certain ones, the frame rate is more lenient, other ones, it's tighter. So it seems like, from what I can tell, Axel is probably one of these tighter ones, where if you don't hit it on the exact frame, he will break out, so... And that, like, it's what makes this strat so impressive to watch sometimes, is because when people can perform it as well as somebody like Slim is doing, it just makes it look like it's not even a question.
God, that's insane how, like, he starts berserking a little too high, and then he somehow gets him back up. It's impressive to watch that happen, to adjust the height of the Berserk Hori sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Just on the fly.
Slim is...
Ah...
an excellent player at this game, that is for sure. Alright. Yep, alright. Opting to leave. Besides, I've wasted a bit of time here. Unfortunately, couldn't get what I wanted out of it. I'm gonna go do some other content and maybe come back.
Yeah.
Especially in a race to super sensible play.
Yeah, absolutely. Dragon Blast, fighting Marluxia, pushing SP, the other badass RC.
Well, that is something to note with Data Science. So, Sora's normal finisher combo here will not break him out. You have to have some sort of special finisher, whether it is finishing leap, explosion, guard break, or what we saw there, which is magnet, where it will break him out of doing that little charge up animation. And now we see the very beautiful thing about boss enemy with Data Science DM. Just watch his Berserk bar.
Yeah, it's obnoxious. I hate it so much.
No, it won't be a problem. These players have done this a lot, but it is one of the... depending on whatever attack Syax gives after he drops out of this DM, it can be really, really tight, like down to the frame, to pick up that Claymore, get to him, and even getting that Thunder out early enough that it's not going to interrupt it can be tough. But it looks like Slim gets through it just fine. Should be okay from here. Should just be able to kill Syax. Just gonna force him to do this reflect damage, get the combo, and there we go. Pretty, really good fight from Slim right there. Yeah, so we're seeing players cover each other's feet. What do you think kind of the long-term plan is here, Vulcan? Like,
I don't see objectives. They both only have 2 objectives at this point. Master 7 they can probably easily get, especially once Slim's done climbing. I think they're just gonna end up doing HT at some point, and just grab that last proof and go up that way. Objectives, you'd have to push the experiments, I guess. Corridors isn't so bad. Treasure room's not so bad. Master 7 they can get. I don't know.
I think we'll definitely have to see, because as you said, treasure room's not too bad. And on the side of at least Slim, you know, you've got in your head you can realize, oh, I've got probably the longest objective out of the way with that data, like seeing arena down.
Mm-hmm.
So once he finds that Valor, I think it'll probably be a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, once he finds that Valor, that will determine probably what he does from there. He might be thinking, I have to do proofs because I don't know where Valor is at this point.
Yeah. I forgot the second experience booster was right there. Oh, that's so mean. Alright. Meanwhile, Dragon just making Final Xemnas look like it's a piece of cake. Not even a question.
I like that grape flavored MCP.
It's Kool-Aid. It's got the good stuff.
Yeah.
It tried to mellow out a little bit. Drank a little bit of that. What do they call it? Arctic Frost or whatever? Oh no, that might be Gatorade. Shoot. I don't know. No, Sark is also purple. That's so funny. I love the randomized colors. They're so cool looking.
Oh, we love Ragnarok going after Hayabusa instead of showing you.
It's actually a texture pack, according to one Mr. Zedekis. Okay, that's pretty cool.
I definitely recognize the Thresholder Halloween colors on them from somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just watching the face. It looks so cursed.
It's so good.
It's... Wow, 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 wow.
That is my favorite part of probably the new implementation of the generator, of having the textures, randomized colors, specifically MCP. Every different flavor is a joy.
Indeed. Alright, and there's Roxas down on the side of MegaSlim.
Dragonblast is going to push his forms. Makes sense.
Yep. Got a double drive converter. This is, you already pushed out the one that never was. Well, you could go to 100 Acre Woods, and for those that don't know, there is a master form in 100 Acre Woods that we added in 1 hour. This is just a little bit faster to do instead of jumping in and out of 100 Acre Wood.
Yeah.
And then MegaSlim getting their Valor form, so we'll see where they go from there.
Dragonblast gonna escort the rat.
Ooh, I like this. This is an interesting play. You know you're gonna get your report out of here. Para Arena, as you mentioned, last seed is always really good.
Yeah. Had about 11 minutes to do it, and you still don't have a guaranteed way to get into final fights.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's gonna push all the way to Terra.
We shall see, because it is oh yeah, good shout. They do not have proof of connection. But they do know Marley is a super free data fight. So
Yeah.
it was just Blizzard Lord, so
Prison Keeper, I wanted to see this earlier. Oh, that's right, it was Hostile Program. So pushing HT for the proof isn't so bad, because that arena can bug him a bit and get him to slow down.
yeah, keep them kind of compacted. Alright, Slim not even bothering to check the other two fights, just immediately just wanted to check what the data Zem was gonna be.
MegaSlim starting to level their forms, just checking for this fire.
And this is Slim's last good place to level Valor, so if they are thinking about pushing the mouse, this is a good heads up play. Just get this out of the way now.
Here comes his Master 7. So he just needs, if he wants to go the objective route, his easy ones are corridors and treasure room.
Yep. We'll see where he goes from here. In the meantime, AX2 in Pass P. Oh. Slim's getting the proof you're talking about. Okay. Interesting.
Dragonblast, we already knew Armor Xemnas 1 became Armor Xemnas 2, or the other way around of what I just said.
Oh, the man with the exposed buttocks. All right. And nothing. No sign of either of those. Well, we got the chicken, which is good, but there's still a 5 left. And Dragon looks like they're leaving. So. Yeah. Alright. This makes sense from Dragon. You know Data Luxord is a slow fight.
There's this corner I was talking about where you just get stuck here.
It's so silly.
It's so good. I love it.
I will never move. Alright, here we go. Let's see this Data Luxord from Dragonblast. Looks like Dragon is opting once again to not do the mini games. Gonna try and I think just wait, never mind. Oh, Dragon does the unbuffered strat. Let's go. And typically you'll see that people that do the unbuffered strat, they are gonna go for that bottom minigame. It is. If you know what you're doing, it can be pretty consistent, but it does not make it any easier. Just as a note for those that are wondering, I believe it's one more cycle that minigame, and he would turn into a dice. So you have to hit it like on that cycle or the next cycle. At that speed, it is crazy.
Yeah, I still don't understand what they were thinking when they made this boss.
Yeah, it is
so obnoxious.
Not easy. Alright, getting put into a card. Not a bad thing. You can do this right here. You can get broken out. One thing you're going to notice. It's so unfortunate. Goofy broke the card that had Luxord in it. Usually you want to get rid of the time cards, because as you see, Luxord's time gauge just filled right back up. So.
MegaSlim got his proof of connection. Heading back in round 3 with Data Axel.
Yep. Wants revenge. Makes sense. Again, data. Good points here. Good value.
Yeah, good to get a little breather in between rounds.
Absolutely. And sometimes that's all you really need. Meantime, Dragon just trying to push him into DM. I think that's it. All right, so he's through the first Data Luxord. We have one more Data Luxord to go for Dragon, as long as they complete this DM properly. All right. Oh, they're mad. Oh my gosh. So most people that I know, they do Data Luxord, and they do that final little minigame buffered. Like, some people will do the first 2 unbuffered, and then most people will do at least the 3rd and the 4th pause buffered. Dragon just goes for it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they do in the speed run, but I think they also RNG manipulate a bit. It's definitely very spooky. I have to pause buffer the last 2 myself.
Oh my gosh,
they got it.
That's so insanely impressive. In the meantime, Slim also impressively getting Data Axel down, getting their Thunder out of it.
And they get the Thunder set as well.
Yeah.
Going in, beat up some hyenas. We know Darkthorn is Scar, unless this is, again, brain rot from the previous 2 seeds combining into this one in my brain.
I do believe you are correct on that one. We also... And this is just, you got 5 minutes. You've taken care of most of your data arenas. You could go fight Data Prison Keeper and Data Cloud, but opting to do something different. Maybe push out. Oh, that's huge. That's actually big.
The Volcano Lord you can go beat up.
Oh, you know what? I bet you that Slim kind of planned that. Because if you look at the board, PR has 2... Oh, maybe not. Sorry. Maybe I'm crazy. PR has 2 reports. You know, LOD has 1, so that's 3 reports. That leaves 3 left. But I don't think that there's any place that they could be, so you're looking at... I think he figured out it had to be DC. That has to have 3 reports. Wow.
Stepping into Beast Castle for the first time.
Oh yeah, Beast Castle, BC, not DC. It's fine.
Look at Dragon's Tracker. Never.
Yeah, it's
oh yeah,
fine.
there's that.
Yeah, it's all good. All right. Looks like Dragon is conceding that Data Luxord in Data Luxine Arena, though. And just gonna go get this proof. Make sure they have Final Fights access.
I did just notice looking at Dragon's Tracker too. Yeah, Dominate's sketches are also in Brightland, so both the key locks were in there.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah, because Dragon's got the hint for that. All right,
Looks like leaving BC. Just want to shotgun it a bit. Check what we got in there.
Looks like Slim may be going for a report bonus. Oh, Darkthorn is Terra. Again, actually, wait, hold on. Hold the phone a minute. Terra has been in that arena the last 3 seeds. No, wait. Last seed he was an OC. I'm crazy. It's fine. Seed bleed. Yeah. Yeah, looks like Slim is just wanting to maybe push out this report. Let's see if they can grab it.
And Dragonblast is following the path of the proof. In connection. Looks like neither player's going to be gunning for these objectives. They're just going to be using the proof, which makes perfect sense.
Oh yeah, for sure.
These objectives are pretty deep.
Yeah. Slim not seeing those reports, early ops to just leave makes sense. Maybe going into Final Fights?
Yep.
Yeah. Makes sense. Play it safe. Take no time penalty.
Only thing you have to really worry about is the experiment here. I think when I watched MegaSlim look at the talk to his friends, he only talked to the rat, so I think he only knows about Cloud.
Correct. Probably not too thrilled to see this guy, though. And there is the proof for Dragon. Let's see where Dragon opts to go here. Going to Dragon doing the same thing, hoping those reports are in PR. Unfortunately, going to be disappointed. But it's come down to good use of your time. You got a minute left, don't got much to do, pushing out for this report bonus. It's an additional 40 points, and if they're early, be really solid play.
Experiment down.
Alright,
are we gonna see unnecessary shots of this person's areas?
Oh my god!
What do we got? They didn't show it. I'm impressed.
I'm not. I don't know. It's late, but I'm not going that far.
I didn't say anything bad.
I know.
Where the camera tactically zooms in half the time when I look at this guy.
Oh my gosh.
It's like that Giga Chat emote. It's just sliding across certain things.
Alright, and looks like Dragon is heading up to do Final Fights as Slim is finishing it out. There we go.
Right.
And is it GG's for Slim?
No time penalty, just like a second under the hour mark.
Yep.
It's like when you're filling up your gas and you're trying to get it like exactly on the integer instead of like a cent or something.
Yeah. Now, I do believe that seals it in, though. I do not. Well, we'll definitely finish watching out Dragon E or finishing these Final Fights. There's about a even with that, Final Fights is about a 90-ish point difference, 90 to 70 point difference between these two players after Final Fights. So I believe that is a GG's for MegaSlim at the end of this. Let's see, Dragon handling the absolutely best boss in the game that everybody adores. Has no flaws or quirks whatsoever. And definitely has a functioning RC as well. Alright, waiting it out, waiting for that attack, trying to get that reflect damage. Makes sense. Forces RV into a certain spot to get that. Really smart, by the way. Knowing exactly experiments RV just to get that extra reflect damage. So good. Alright. And on to a boss that is not where he's supposed to be. And he's dead. As we kind of approach this, any kind of just so we can all kind of get to bed a little sooner. You got any last things you're wanting to say? That's a GG's for Dragon Blast.
Yeah, I guess I'll just say GG's. That was fun.
Yeah. Well done, Race. Now, this is not the end for Dragon Blast, to my knowledge. There is still a loser side of top 8. So, while Dragon will drop down, and he will be facing, I believe that is one Mr. Walpy SH, which they will get their match in the next few days. Please be sure to follow both racers, both MegaSlim and Dragon. Both played incredibly well tonight. An amazing job, put on a heck of a performance. A 2-1 victory for MegaSlim, but Dragon definitely made it close every match.
Oh yeah, this was nail-biting, all three of them.
Indeed it was. Alright. And as Mr. Ragnar posted, there's the official restream, where most of the restreams will be taking place. With that, that's it for us as well. I have been Darkness Mist.
I'm Vulcan.
And we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
See you.